We're live. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Donovan. Hey, Robinette. Kathy. Hello. What are you writing, Donovan?
I am writing a letter to my pen pal Rosemary in Canada.
Okay. I am actually cheating right now, and I'm writing the menu for my birthday dinner because today's my birthday.
We got her flowers and cupcakes, so everyone has to wish her happy birthday. No, you don't have to, only if you want to. And
no, you have to.
I'm sorting pen pal swaps stuff right now. So,
and I am going to switch over to writing letters in a moment, but I've got everything set up right here.
And I've been looking at everyone's Instagram and tweets, and it's looking awesome. I love everything I've been seeing so far. I haven't been able to comment on everything or favorite everything, but I've been looking and I've been loving what I've been seeing. Also, Melissa, thank you so much for the cool stamp that you sent me. So last social, I said how I was responding to several letters like multiple times. So Melissa had sent me this cool answered and received stamp that's nice. Self-inking. So thank you so much. I've been using it a lot and it's been saving me. So.
Is the what's going on in the chat?
Everyone's saying hello to each other.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I sound like a little, isn't that special?
It is exciting to see how far apart people are spread.
Yeah, so Germany, Washington, D.C. I don't know. No one else has said where they're from.
Say where you're from.
Postal is in the UK, I know that. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's 2 menus I've botched, so clearly I'm supposed to be writing letters.
How'd you botch it?
Well, this one, I just bad handwriting, and this one I skipped the with red pepper jelly.
Oh. Oh, that's the microphone, so you should.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. La, 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 la. My pen continues to leak.
Would you like to borrow a different pen?
Yeah. I have different pens.
Okay.
Oh, Donovan, we have letters for each other here.
Oh.
With fancy handwriting.
Show the class.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, I have one too.
Exactly. From Wendy Fung. Thank you, Wendy.
Oh.
All right, so now I'm switching over to month of letters. People.
You know, I never asked you, how did you decide to start that?
So I was just kind of burned out because doing the whole the author thing, a lot of my life is lived online, and I was just really tired. So I decided that I was going to take the month off of the internet completely.
Yeah.
And told people that if they wanted to get in touch with me, they would have to write me a letter. And it was fun, and I loved it. And so in February, I decided that I was going to issue the Month of Letters Challenge because it had been a lot of fun, just having mail.
Yeah.
And I picked February because it was the shortest month, because it's gray. Not much is going on in there, except for Valentine's Day and my birthday.
Yeah.
And at the time I thought, oh, you know, maybe 75 people if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to get some birthday cards. So now we have 7,000 signed up for it.
Oh, nice.
So please do not all send me birthday cards because I have to answer you all. And I love letters. But the pressure to answer is...
And a curse.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happened with Donna and I. We were like, oh, yeah, only our friends are going to join the L.W.A. And then I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people really love handwritten mail. This is a letter from a friend of mine who is actually staying with me right now.
Oh, that's funny.
And the timing worked out so that I got the letter right before she arrived and decided not to read it.
Yeah.
So that we could talk about all of the things.
Yes.
But now I'm answering her. So she's going to get this letter. She leaves tomorrow, so she will get this letter after she gets home. It's like time travel.
Yeah, definitely. So we have New Mexico, Pittsburgh. Oh, our husbands are from Pittsburgh.
I thought you thought our husbands were watching. I was like, really?
No,
Dylan said he was
no.
too busy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Post News. I thought you were in the UK. I don't know why. Let me see. Tacoma, Washington, Southern California. The Netherlands, Santa Barbara, Perth, Australia, Seattle, Louisville, Chicago, Buffalo.
Did you just say Louisville?
How do you say it?
Louisville.
Louisville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like Illinois?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah, that's it so far. And several people are saying happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. One of the other things that was pretty funny was when Donovan and I and Kathy had corresponded before I moved to Chicago because we obviously have a common interest. And then I was getting ready to tell Donovan that I was moving, and as I was writing down my zip code, I realized that it was exactly the same zip code that she had. We live 3 blocks from each other.
Mary lives essentially directly between Kathy and I.
It made commuting
Kathy
here very
doesn't live
easy.
far.
Yeah. Random chance. It's like, what is today? Oh, right. I know what day today is. Apparently, I don't know what year it is, though.
Oh yeah, I see.
I'm still working on that
this.
myself.
So I saved this letter because I wanted to show you guys. Pam Ash had drawn an envelope that had New Year's Eve's tradition, like foods. So can you see that? It's really cool. I actually do the 12 grapes one, and I made Donovan do it one year, and she almost choked.
She's like, just eat these grapes. And she doesn't explain anything. She's like, eat these grapes. And I'm like, Kathy, why are we eating the grapes? She's like, shut up, eat the grapes.
No, I told you to eat the grapes in the last 10 seconds. And you're like, why? But why are we? And you wanted a whole story. And I'm trying to eat the stupid grapes in 10 seconds. So
Yeah.
I was telling you to shut up and just eat the grapes because I was going to tell you in 10 seconds.
She tried to murder us. She got us real drunk and then made us put a bunch of grapes in our mouth.
That was
Possibly a dog?
That was a puppy. Yeah. Sorry, a puppy just like ran right by us in the hallway.
I was gonna say, we don't have any of those little Post-it notes left, do we?
Only the apple ones.
Can I have an apple?
I don't know where it is.
Okay, never mind.
We have the big one.
I'll live. No, I don't want a big one.
Okay.
Typically what I do when I have written a letter, but I haven't yet done mail art on the envelopes, because I go back and forth between having my letters done and then doing the mail art, or having the mail art done and then doing the letters to go with it. I will stick a Post-it note with the person's address on the letter after I seal it. But I just have to remember to not seal this one so that I know who it goes to. Because that's always sad when I seal it and then don't remember.
Awkward.
It's especially sad if you've done all the art and it's really pretty and then you're like, no.
No, I have to open it.
I agree, Mrs. Maven, that it's sad that we don't have cats around because we're in the studio.
Yes, they
You
would
have-
be.
You have two, right?
I have two.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You guys both have cats named Sadie.
Yes, that's funny. It took us like 3 days to name her.
Yeah, it took us a really long time
Yeah.
too. Why did you settle on Sadie?
I don't know. It was the only one that when my husband said it, I was like, okay, yeah. Like we were throwing around all these names and stuff, and he wanted to like all the names that we had originally chosen was for a boy cat because that's what we assumed we were gonna get.
Right.
So we were actually gonna name our boy cat Hash Brown, which I think is pretty cute.
Yeah.
But it just didn't fit for her and for her being a girl. Like it just didn't work in
Yeah.
general. And so I was like,
Yeah. When we got our Sadie, she was a rescue, and her name was Nellie, which wasn't bad, except that I have this tendency to do literary names,
yeah.
and all of the literary references that I found were like Little Nell, who just dies, and then they were all orphans who died. It was so I was like, well, let's not
do that.
No.
Yeah.
So she's named after Sadie Fletcher Delaney, who was the librarian in charge of Veterans Administration Hospital and was a pioneer in the the science, the discipline of bibliotherapy.
Cool.
Yeah, so basically you go to a librarian and you say, this is my problem. And she says, here are some books that might help. And these aren't self-help books. This is fiction and maybe self-help, maybe some poetry, maybe essays,
Yeah.
maybe history. So I thought that was, naming her after a really kick-ass librarian was fun. And she has little tweed patches on her elbows.
Aww. Oh, everyone's saying what they're drinking. I would be drinking alcohol except for that I'm driving. So I'm sad about that.
I should have brought my flask.
Well, we have alcohol
Oh.
here. If you wanted to put something in your tea. We're all
Yeah.
drinking tea right now. So
Yes.
yeah.
It's okay. I have to go home and cook.
I have to go home and get ready to eat your cooking.
You can't cook drunk? I love cooking drunk.
It's mostly the timed cooking. Since I have people coming in, it's a coursed dinner.
Ah, okay.
I had a cocktail and 2 glasses of wine last night, and I had a headache this morning.
Wait, what cocktail did you have?
I was gonna
I had
say.
a cocktail before we came.
Oh.
to dinner.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Kathy and I were at a housewarming party last night.
And there, what kind of dog is it?
A Shiba Inu.
Oh,
Yes.
those are really.
It's a dog
Well,
named David Bowie.
Yes, I saw this on your Instagram.
Do you have this wonderful person's address so that I may write her a thank you note?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mrs. Maven, hash browns do not have a gender, but it just didn't fit my cat. She's a tortoiseshell, and maybe if it was like a tabby, I would have.
Yeah.
It just didn't work with her. Or if maybe it just didn't fit. And then when my husband said Sadie, I was like, actually, yeah, that fits.
You guys really just call her butt face, though.
Or fuzz face.
Yeah, we've started calling ours just Fluff because she's
She's a lot of fluff.
a lot of fluff.
Well, that's right. You call me Buttface.
I call everyone I love Buttface.
You don't call me Buttface.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know it's secret code now. I know the code.
Yeah. I don't think I've hung out with you enough to truly.
Oh no, there. Please, there.
That's fair enough.
The green beans are for sharing.
I just assumed that they were.
My
Mostly
green beans
because
are your green
it's because it's my birthday. Everything is for sharing
beans.
with me.
Oh, you want some of my student loan debt? I can share that.
Happy things are for sharing.
Ah,
Writing letters hasn't taken care of that debt?
Little by little.
Hmm.
Stamp purchase by stamp purchase. Do you think because it's Sunday we won't have trains running by today?
Yeah, the metro isn't as often on Sundays.
Our view is of the train tracks, and I actually really like the noise of the trains going back and forth as we work here on certain days.
Postme's ensure that however much money you spend on postage is not nearly as much as Donovan and I spend. And not like in a bragging way, but it's just like because of all the responding to mail and
Oh, she runs her own project.
oh yeah?
Yeah, she runs the Orphan Postcard Project. I'm certain she spends like quite a large amount on.
Just kidding then.
We do send a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
She doesn't mail pigeons.
Especially if you want to add in like postage that we spend on orders.
Yeah.
Then it's just, oh God, jeez. Oh, Postal Service, you should love us. Of course, then I think about like bulk mailing companies and how much money they spend, and it's just like, oh, that's why they don't pay attention to us.
Mm-hmm.
We are small.
Small but hearty.
Yes, exactly. Small and mighty.
Oh shoot.
Kathy, you don't have a white ink pen with you, do you?
Not with me, no. It's not even that good. I'm kind of sad. It used to be really good and then
I don't think I have one with me either. The tooth on this red paper that I picked up is really nice, and I feel like it would take white ink really well.
Oh yeah.
the initiative response is kind of like Postal Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, whatever gender you like to. Scouting.
Postal scouting.
Postal Scouting. And we give you 3 tasks to accomplish and mail
Along
in,
a theme.
along a theme that you mail in the evidence to. So right now we have 3, but we are going to go up to 6 soon. We're just very soon. I would say like in 6 weeks. Right now it's World Traveler, Typist, and Out of the Box. So then you accomplish 3 tasks on one theme, and then you earn a badge once you mail in your evidence and we accept it. And bragging rights, basically. So, yeah. Thank you for linking it, Miss Maven.
That's what fruit relocation?
Fruit relocation. Yeah. That's so not what it is, but we're keeping that
That's
name.
the title.
Yeah. Does anybody want to warm up?
I do, but I think I'm gonna get another tea bag. So.
Do you want me to fill this up with water then?
Yes. Although I did put more water in the Brita.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Mrs. Maven would like to know what kind of pen you are using, Mary.
This is the Namiki Falcon. It is a fountain pen, and it's a flexible nib. It is one of my absolutely favorite things. Where did the ones that I botched? So one of the things that I love about it is that it has an incredibly flexible nib. So you can see the variation, hopefully.
Yeah, that's visible.
And it's just really responsive and very organic. The only pen that I've found that is feels better in the hand in terms of the organicness of it is I have a Bantam. Oh shoot, no, I've forgotten. Anyway, it's a vintage pen you can't get anymore, and the nib is just amazing.
It's vintage, darling. You can't get it anymore. No.
I know. I know. Yes. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because I had one and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I had a tragic luggage disaster and lost like all of my fountain pens.
Oh, that's terrible.
And my friends all pitched in and did replacements, and someone actually managed to find.
So nice.
Yes.
Those are good friends.
Those are very good friends. Someone actually managed to find this vintage thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm taking a photo. So.
All right. I'll try to look like I'm writing a letter. Here, wait. There.
Too bad. I already got it.
Oh.
No. Okay. It's a shame you can't take more than one photo with a cell phone. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's so expensive.
Yeah.
Individual photos.
Does anybody want another cupcake?
No, thank you.
You should try the green beans, Kathy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are they spicy?
No.
I don't like them. I'm sorry.
You don't have to like them. That means I can eat more of them.
I didn't have lunch, so these chips are my lunch.
I had lunch. In all fairness, I didn't have lunch. I have leftovers from the Friday's lunch.
I did not have lunch, but I had a sample of the entree for breakfast this morning.
Good plan.
Yeah.
I walked down Paseo, which is the Puerto Rican section of the street that I live on, and I had avena de coca for breakfast, which is coconut oatmeal. Really
Coconut
That does-
oatmeal?
Mm-hmm.
That does
Sounds
sound good.
awesome.
It is amazing. I got it and I brought it home, so I fed it to Dylan as well because we don't have any oatmeal in the house, so I had to go out and buy. Which sounds silly, but it was lots of fun.
So when we were living in Manhattan, we knew someone who had literally never cooked in his apartment and ordered oatmeal and had it delivered.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
I know.
In my defense, I will say I have been to this cafe, I don't know, maybe 4 times. Every time I'm in there, someone is ordering it.
Oh yeah?
I have been in there when there has been a line out the door, and I have heard every single person order the oatmeal.
Where'd you say this was?
Wow.
It's on Paseo.
Oh, okay. Oh, the place that you had gone to. All right.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for everyone who I made want a cupcake now. Sorry. I went to the grocery store and got it. It's not
Happy
special.
birthday!
Yeah.
With your birthday, you probably have cupcakes too.
Mm-hmm.
At least I'm not sitting here like lusciously eating the cupcake. Being
Green beans. That's
Crunchy
what I'm
green
eating.
beans.
Yeah. That's only because I ate my cupcake earlier.
Flex Ahab. I don't know that one.
Oh yeah, the Flex Ahab is really nice. It's a good starter. It's that was the Flex pen that I started with. So someone had let me try their Namiki Falcon and I'd fallen in love with it, but it's not a cheap pen. So I tried the Flex Ahab and it's a lovely thing. I have a little bit of problems with it sometimes when I travel that it leaks on airplanes. This does not leak on the airplane.
Donovan or anyone, when you're using old style gum stamps, do you like to adhere them to your envelope? Oh wait, hold on. How do you like to adhere them to your envelope? Wet the gum, use an additional glue. I have lots of stamps that are 10 or more years old. So I'm hesitant about the glue on them already.
It is going to depend upon what I am gluing them to. It's going to depend on the tooth of the paper. When I say tooth of the paper, I'm referring to how smooth the paper feels. If the paper feels kind of rough, I'll probably just lick the stamp and stick it on there because I know that adhesive is going to stick into those little rough spots on the paper. If it's a really smooth envelope and I feel like the adhesive on the stamp maybe isn't as unblemished as it used to be, perhaps it had definitely been soaked off of an envelope previously. I tend to use these a lot. This is a glue tape runner. You use it just like a little whiteout runner. There's sticky stuff here and it rolls out. It leaves a nice thin, it leaves a nice thin coating and it's instantly dry and just sticks them right on there. I will also use a glue stick if the paper that I'm adhering it to is going to be in any way sort of fragile. So, and I like glue sticks because I can run the glue stick all the way to the edge of that little crinkly, crenellated perforation border. So, yeah, it depends is the answer. And I'm sorry I can't be more specific than that. But if in doubt, I would say use the glue tape runner. That's really going to hold it.
I think I've been noticing everyone's questions to us, but the chat window keeps scrolling oddly. So if I missed one, just retype it. I'm sorry for missing it. You can also, if you don't want to lick the stamps, because you're going to be having a lot, like Postme said that you got a sore throat, you can always use a moist sponge is another way to do it. And also they sell, I don't even have it with me, but
Like envelope sealers?
Envelope sealer that has it's almost like having the wet sponge, but it also has a little bit of glue in it. So if you're worried about the stamps, that's another way to do it. I use it for vintage envelopes, and I'm afraid that the glue is not very good.
We should also discuss wine pairings for glue.
Oh.
I use whiskey.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, takes it out real.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I find that that gin, I think that the resinous quality pairs kind of nicely.
Oh
You know,
See that?
particularly if you're using like a Hendrix, that little bit of cucumber edge.
yeah. I figured out that I like my gin with more juniper in it. That's why I used to be a big Hendrix fan, and then I switched over to L.W.A, which is a local company, because they have a stronger juniper taste.
We just got some Genever.
Henniver.
Sorry, we just got some Henniver, which is an
You
old-
weren't when Carolee was going on and on and on.
Oh yeah.
It's what is it?
It's an old style Dutch gin.
That's right. I still can't say it as well as she can. She's got a real.
Well, she's
a-
really good at accents.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's real
very
from
very
here.
pronounced juniper quality.
We'll have to try it. I think. Wait, did we try it when we were visiting last?
Yes.
I think so.
I think it reminded me of an old Tom. a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. I was writing letters, I think it was Tuesday morning, and so I was at my desk and drinking my coffee, writing some letters. And I was convinced that I hadn't fully rinsed the soap out of the coffee milk, because I was just like, that is not, there's something wrong here. And then I realized it was the envelopes that I was ripping. I was like, there it is. I'm
Yeah.
not going to lick those anymore.
Yeah. But I read an old etiquette book that said that you should not lick your envelopes because the letter was a personal expression from you to someone else, and would you spit upon them? And that
How did they seal their envelopes?
water.
Oh, okay. But
I know. I think gummed envelopes were a new thing.
right.
Just spit on your friends. No.
Are they on fire?
I don't think it would help.
Melissa said that her husband walked by, and she was like, "They can't see us, can they?" Because apparently he's in his Jimmy Jammies, and I really wish we could have timed it so that if when he was walking by, I'd be like, "Hey."
Yeah, sometimes I teach online classes and I have to be careful to let my husband know.
Before he's like walking in the background and just boxers or something. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the hello postcards.
Oh yeah. Here? I just took a stack.
I just want to hello. I just need one. Thank you.
Show.
Sure.
We just made new postcards with a photo I took while I was hiking a few weeks ago. So that's a scene that I took in the Palos Forest Preserve here, and this is the postcard. There we go. That we just made with it. Would you like one?
Yes.
Thank you. Where's my... Oh, I just found out that, because I wanted to have a little bit more organization in my letter writer's portfolio, that this little plastic smaller size divider folder thing that they sell on jet pens fits inside of the L.W.A pack. But I'm using this thing now because my mail's pretty bad. I also got this from jet pens. So I think Anna has this. I'm not sure.
I need that.
It's really cool. You can take a look at it. Because I needed more compartments for all my stuff.
Yeah, I totally need that.
I can't remember how much it was. Probably no more than $30.
What am I using today? I think today I am using my number tote bag from the Art Institute, and my dividers are a Priority Mail.
Yeah, mine is this is what I keep when I'm traveling. So stationery goes around this side. Incoming mail is on this side. Outgoing mail goes on that side. And then stamps are just kind of random places.
Yeah, Anna, I was thinking about getting the smaller size one, but I don't know. I just wanted the bigger one for the more pockets because I just needed pockets more than anything. So. Poop. Do you have any postcard stamps?
I didn't bring any stamps. Check the thingy. They're in the thingy.
Oh yeah.
The thingy is so stamps in the studio live in this cool little pouch thing that Kathy got at Muji.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do, like when you have something like this, which seems like it should be a useful thing? I keep saving them, but haven't yet actually found anything to.
How many do you have?
I don't know.
Because you could bind them together
Hmm.
and then turn it into like.
A folio.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I would write a letter and put it in there, and then I would tape up the sides, and then I would just mail it.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Anything to
Yeah, I know.
excuse her hoarding, though.
Yeah. You notice I did not offer it to Donovan.
It's like a gaze. I have to accept any sort of paper thing that is pushed in my direction.
Yeah, no, I'm careful now. I was at a vintage store and they had a whole stack of stationery sample books
Ooh,
from the 20s.
that's
And I
where's
looked at
the
them.
store?
It was
Don't say Chattanooga.
no, it was the pop-up vintage store that I texted you.
Oh,
and said,
right, yeah.
So
I should have gone.
you should have gone.
Yeah, I forget what I was doing. I think I was here.
But it was like one sheet, and they were all glued down. So I looked at it and I was like, "These, yeah, okay. Next time I'll do it."
I have such a cool. Somebody just sent it to me. It's just a little nameplate, and it's a sample of like how they could do an invitation, I suppose, or a calling card. But it's got little docked corners, so it's sort of octagonal,
Oh yeah.
and it's got a mitered edge, and the edge is gold, and then it's the name written on it is Minty Hetherington.
I am legally changing my name to that.
I was like, I'm just gonna write a story with a Minty Hetherington in it.
And T-I-E. Minty.
Minty.
Yes.
T-I-E. Oh jeez. That's
Minty Hetherington.
beautiful.
It's just like in my home studio. It's just like on a drawer.
Yeah.
It's like that's the drawer where she lives.
What's the era that you write in?
Regency.
Regency. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just reading.
Actually, the last book is finished. So right now I'm writing in World War I.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. What were you starting to say?
Well, I'm reading this book right now called How to Be a Victorian. It's like this thick. It's awesome though. So the woman, I had to research her because she kept talking about like, well, when I'm mopping floors in my corset, I'm like, what the heck are you doing that you're mopping floors in a corset?
Everybody wore corsets all the time.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah.
the phone. That's.
I lost it on the desk.
She apparently, and maybe UK people would know this, she apparently did a lot of like the Victorian Farm on BBC, or like the Regency Farm, and then she did the Victorian Pharmacy, like all these things that she would be living like a Victorian person or Regency person for an entire year or more.
Yeah.
So this is why she's like able to be like, well, when I'm mopping floor, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so far, I haven't even made it past undergarments yet. Like it gets, for a nerd like me, the detail is amazing. Like she'll talk about, right, the book is from waking up to going to sleep.
Oh,
that
nice.
is the order. And so then you wake up and she goes through both genders. And she just talks about how a lot of things make so much sense now that, you know, that, you know, and like, although I always was thinking, oh my God, all those layers they were wearing, they had to have been so hot. Apparently it was really, really cold because all the hounds were drafty. No one really lit a fire in their bedroom. I thought that they would light a fire, and that's only if you're sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would have a fire, if you were wealthy, you would have a fire in your room.
She said even wealthy people didn't do it, like super in the bedroom. She said that someone who, she was reading letters from a woman who was from upper class, and that she had stayed at someone's house who was like upper class, and they had the fire lit in her room, and she said that she felt deliciously like
decadent.
Yeah, decadent, and she was like, I felt so weird for being healthy while the fire was on.
Yeah, I question that because I see like Austen and lots of other writers from the period talking about fires being lit in rooms.
It could be that was just a Victorian thing though, because isn't Austen after that?
No, Austen is before that.
Oh.
It's okay. Well, and I mean, the other thing is the Victorian, every time someone says, how to be a Victorian, I'm like, the Victorian era was a really long period. And the fashions changed.
Oh, she talks about that though.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, so, you know, in the early Victorian period, this is how it started, and then it eventually evolved this way. So right now she's talking about the citrulines and how those changed throughout the era, and like how women had to sit on the edge of the chair. And she said that at the edge of the chair at a 45-degree angle, that's how you had to sit in order to not like get things poking up your bum, basically. And I don't know. Yeah.
And so people are always like, what era would you like to live in? And I'm like, right freaking now.
Yeah. If I could have modern conveniences. Yeah, my grandmother, she was like 107 at this point. We're having a conversation, and someone is saying, oh, the things you've seen. She was born in 1905. And she said something like, but I like running water and electricity. She's like, I miss people just stopping by and visiting, but I wouldn't give up my electricity for them.
Yeah. That the book pretty much starts off with how they wash themselves, and they didn't really do it that often, and when they did, it was like a bowl with a flannel, and then they would just like all their clothing was so that it could be moved and they can not expose themselves while washing, because normally people shared their living quarters. So it's just really fast. I was just like, this is so fascinating, and I don't even like that era. Like that's not my era. But
there's a book called Hill's Manual of Business and Social Forms, which is from 1883 or 84. Anyway, so this guy Hill was like, people who live in big cities have an advantage over people who live in small towns because you can see all the things that you're supposed to do. So he wrote a manual basically for people who wanted to move classes. And it has everything from when and how you tip your hat to appropriate epitaphs for tombstones. There's a whole section on letter writing.
That's awesome.
And penmanship. dramatic interpretation for when you're doing readings. It's fantastic. You can, there's a Google Books has a reproduction of it. Hill's Manual of Business and Social Forms. But I have a real one in my apartment. If you want to look at it sometime.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in, is like the social history stuff. And it's really hard to find. Like, basically, you're the person that's going through all the pamphlets.
Yeah.
And guess what, kids? A lot of social history comes from people's letters.
That's true. It's actually kind of how I got hooked into letters, is in doing research. That's how I got into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I would even since you're not writing in that era, I would still look at it because it's just really fascinating. And she does talk about how it evolves. Like, I didn't know that the bowler hat did not go below middle class in that era. Like, apparently if lower class men tried to wear a bowler hat, they would be shunned because only middle class, like, clerical people were wearing the bowler hat. And that, I never knew that at all. I thought that, like, the bowler was interchangeable to all classes, but no.
Where did you move the paper cut?
Which one?
The usable paper cut.
There.
Oh, okay.
Anna wants to know when your next book is going to be published.
April 28th or 29th. You'd think I would know. It's the Tuesday, whichever one of those days is a Tuesday. And it's here. Let me do my whole promo. It's called Of Noble Family, and it is.
It's April 28th. Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Hello.
And the last book was Glamorous
Was
Mysteries.
No, that's series title. Valor and Vanity.
Okay. If you can tell, I know her, but I haven't read her books.
It's
I'm a
okay.
horrible person. I'm a bad person.
When you read them, you'll call me Buttface.
Let me see.
I wanted to say, I just got a letter from Post News, and she was concerned that none of her fancy remailing Winter Fun postmarks were arriving. And at the time, I hadn't gotten it. But look what was in the box. It's got a fancy first day cover. So they came, and be excited. This is how, when you send off your letters to get a first day cover on them, they come just like if you ordered stamps from the Postal Service. Yeah. So it's neat.
Yeah.
It's got the special colored digital postmark.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway. Poop. So it was not lost in the terrible mail truck fire.
What?
That was reported.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that.
Every so often, a mail truck catches on fire. It's a thing.
I guess that makes sense. There's a lot of flammable material in there.
It's true. I mean, these are the risks that we take.
If I missed anyone's question, please retype it. I'm sorry. Every single time someone types something new, it re-scrolls the thing. So. Sorry, my phone is making noises. Well, guys, it's at the 10-minute mark for the live social to end soon. So if you have any questions, get them in now. And if there's anything you want to see in live form, like last time we showed you guys how to do the pigeon post, then just go ahead and ask us, because we're in the studio, so we can just take it out of the box and whatnot. This is terrible. I hate it. Just didn't space this correctly.
Just get a sticker.
I am gonna get a sticker.
You can either do the yellow ones or the big ones wherever you put them.
I put all the labels over here. Oh, gosh darn it. You're right, Mrs. Maven. What time was this social until?
4:30.
4:30. I'm so wrong.
Oh, I thought it was till 4 o'clock.
Yeah. How are you doing on your thing?
4:30.
No. How are you doing for your timing for your food? Do you need to go?
Kind of.
Okay.
You can leave me in charge.
I can
Okay.
also just, I mean, I can grab an Uber and go, so you get done.
Are you sure?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So Mary has to leave because of cooking, but we'll
Sorry.
stay for 30 more minutes. I'm sorry. I don't know how time works.
I apparently I don't either.
I know it was 4:30 the whole time.
Well,
Apparently, I didn't tell you guys.
no, mine also says 4:30, but somehow I thought it was only to 4.
It wasn't just me.
No. All right, so it says 4:30. That's what you said.
Okay.
Thank you for speaking up, Mrs. Maven. Make sure your GPS is totally locked on where you are, because this is a confusing area.
Yeah.
Although I have called a cab from here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I am still going to leave though, because even though it says 4:30 on my phone,
No, it's completely
Totally
understandable.
okay. Yeah.
Also, it's your birthday. You can do what you want.
that's true.
So if anyone has any questions for Mary, you got to get them in the next
10 minutes.
8 minutes. And 10 minutes, whatever.
Something.
And for the rest of us, we'll still be here for 40 more minutes. So.
And I will answer questions about anything, as I often say, anything at all. I mean, letters, Regency underwear, books. I might lie to you, but I'll completely answer it.
I want to know about Regency underwear.
So, Regency underwear. You wore a chemise next to your skin, or chemise, excuse me, a chemise next to your skin, which is basically like a short nightgown. Just
Like a shift.
Like a shift, yeah. And then you wore your corset on top of that. And the Regency, they wore short stays, so they only came down to the bottom of the rib cage. You had long stays for some dresses, but mostly it's short. So they're actually pretty comfortable, no more uncomfortable than like an underwear bra, really. And then you wore a petticoat on top of that. So it's basically like wearing 2 nightgowns and then your dress is another nightgown. You did not actually wear underpants of any sort because it was considered unfeminine to have anything between your legs.
Yeah, I was reading in this book that they're saying that the underwear, like the actual knicker part, that only prostitutes wore them, so it was attached to lower class. And then what was the other reason? I think just cleanliness in general. Yeah. But it eventually caught on.
Yeah. But Victorian era, it had definitely caught on. But Princess Charlotte was, she wore pantaloons, and people thought that was incredibly racy, that she was wearing pantaloons and that you could see them peeking out from the bottom of her skirt. Although one of the other things about the Regency is that ankles totally fine being exposed.
It's so weird how the skirts go up and down.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
Anyway, let me see.
What am I making for dinner? Donovan does not want to know.
Do you want to type it?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you.
You know what? I have to use the restroom.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. So this is the menu.
Oh, you can see it now. She's not gonna be able to hear.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show them
Okay.
because penmanship. So we're starting with a Parmesan creme brulee that has a spicy red pepper jelly on top. It's a really nice, creamy, savory with a little bit of sweet and heat. We're moving on to a porcini and rice soup, wild rice soup. Then we have lemon basil sorbet as a palate cleanser in between those courses. We're going to something called a smashed salad, which is fennel and cucumber and arugula and a little bit of a red wine vinegar. And then you literally put it all in a paper, in a towel and beat it against the table to bruise it. And it releases a lot of the juices of the arugula and the fennel. And then for the main, we have a tomato and saffron tart. That's being served with a lemon spinach with some pine nuts, and then a roasted coriander cauliflower. And then for dessert, it's a chocolate apricot tart. And then there's fruit and nut course afterwards, just for people sitting around and talking. So my fun thing is throwing dinner parties, and I love doing multi-course meals. So for my birthday, I have hired two waiters, and have prepped pretty much everything, but I have some stuff that I have to finish when I get home. So yeah.
I might change my mind. Yeah, I just feel bad. What time is it supposed to end? Yeah. What time is it?
Probably. Well, so it starts at 6:30. We'll probably, when we have cocktails, we'll probably sit down to eat at 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing 8:30 to 9, somewhere in there.
I mean, yeah. If you're still keen on me coming, no, come.
Yeah.
So you said formal?
It's formal.
Okay. I'm squeezing in my phone. I'll let you know, and
Okay.
By the time this ends.
Okay, that sounds good.
How's that sound?
Sounds
Thank you
good.
for inviting me.
Yes.
Let's see. I did see the photo of Daniel Radcliffe holding the pigeon. I was like, the person emailed us the photo, and then I asked them for permission to use it. So yeah, that was stunning. And what's so funny is that while that was occurring, I was like binge watching Harry Potter movies. So it was just amazing.
Yeah, I saw that photo and I was like, wow, that guy looks a lot like Daniel Radcliffe.
That's exactly what I thought. It's like, hey, I thought you'd want to know about this, and he didn't even say Daniel Radcliffe. Oh no, maybe he did in the email. And then I was just like, that looks exactly like, oh my God. So yeah. And then about stamp designs. Oh shoot, hold on, it keeps rolling up.
Yeah, someone asked me about the ink that I'm using. I think it's called Squeetigue, and it's from Noodlers.
Wait, hold on. I think it was something about like, can I use the last stamp in a stamp design that I really, really like? I normally do. I think that I'll hold on to it for a little while normally, but then I always end up using it anyway, because you got to share that stuff. And there's plenty of letters that I've gotten with that's whatever stamp design it is that I like. So I will have one of them somewhere.
Stamps are for mailing.
Yeah.
The Daniel Radcliffe story is that, this guy mailed the pigeon to his friend who's a stewardess, and I don't know why she took it with, because I think she was writing the letter to respond with the pigeon to someone else or him, I'm not sure. And she was writing it on the plane when she was coming back from the UK. And, or maybe it was the other way around. Maybe they were going to the UK. Something like that. Anyway, it was Christmas Day, and she was just, doing her job, and she saw that Daniel Radcliffe was there. So she asked him to take a picture with the pigeon, and he very kindly did that. Which I'm really pleased that he had such a good sport about it, because I couldn't imagine being on the plane and being like, could you take a picture of this plastic pigeon?
Daniel Radcliffe, also, can you hold this pigeon?
But what I thought was really kind of charming and funny was how carefully he was holding it.
Yeah.
I was like,
This might move. Well, I don't know.
Actually, no. I was like, this is a man who's actually been trained to hold birds because he had to deal with the owls.
Yeah.
That's true.
I like that he covered, there's a hole in the front of it, like on the breast of the pigeon, so that the postman can see that it's hollow and whatnot. But he actually covered the hole. Like, I was like, oh my God, it was like indecent or something. So I thought that was really funny. Let me see. And then there was another question. Someone asked about an initiative response acknowledgement. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like what someone would mail in? And if that's the case, no, I don't want to show what someone would mail in because I'm trying to keep you guys creative and having unique mail. I don't want someone to repeat what someone else has done. And so far, no one's repeated anything that anyone's done. It's been really cool for you to see how you would interpret the tasks.
But I think that that's all. This is something Kathy and I need to discuss because I'm of the mind that we should make like a thing. Like, check this out. This person did this for their IR badge, and isn't that cool?
Yeah, but and we've done that, but I haven't said what task it was or even what theme it was. You know.
That's fine.
So,
I think I am interpreting that is what they're wanting.
okay. And Anna, the L.W.A. HQ is located by the Bottom Lounge in Chicago, if anyone knows where that is. We're in like the warehouse district of Chicago. Close to the West Loop? Are we?
We are West Loop.
Yeah, but real estate agents try to say that this is the West Loop.
No.
Redonkulous.
No.
It's not. That's not the case.
I describe it as we're just north of the Ashland stop on the Green Line. My mom says we're beautiful.
Aww.
She's possibly biased.
Maybe. But only towards one of us, so I'll take the compliment.
Okay.
And I think I got all the questions, guys. If not, please retype because it's really weird to scrolling here for me to go up and look at things. So
What you should do is just have a code that they have to put on the thing that tells whether or not it's safe. They have permission to post it.
Mm-hmm. Check here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well.
oh, the Edelweiss post
Idleweiss.
sorry, said that he actually really liked the idea of holding the pigeon and stuff.
Oh.
So yeah.
I know it is Edelweiss. You're right.
There's that whole song.
Yeah. A small white flower.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna go, my dear?
I'm gonna go.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing my birthday with me, guys.
Do you need a bag to take your stuff?
Nope.
Away? Nope, you're all good.
Yeah. Can I leave this with your outgoing mail?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right.
That's the outgoing mail file. I will walk you down.
Oh, you don't have to do that. You can stay with your guests.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Take this.
I'll be back.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Miriam.
Yes.
Everyone saying goodbye.
Bye.
Mrs. Maven, I did the video chatty stuff. I am the technical person in this relationship. Donovan knows all the analog stuff, and I'm the tech nerd. And I'm really glad that the chat's working and everything looks really nice. So thank you so much. It took a lot of research to try to figure out how to make everything work and get everything on one page. So Donovan's coming back, so don't worry. Thank you. No, we didn't coordinate our outfits at all. I didn't even notice what she was wearing, actually. I'll have to notice when she comes back in. When we saw each other, we were both wearing our coats and hats, so I didn't even look to see what she was wearing. The shirt was made by Beauty and Use, but it was like a limited run or whatever from a year ago, maybe more. So, and she makes all the like these tunic style shirts. I think that the Beauty and Use actually closed this year, but they might still have some tunics up for sale. Like, I just don't think they're making any more stuff. And whenever it sells out is when they'll shutter their doors for sure. But yeah, I love the tunics that she was making. So I was kind of sad to see that they were closing. Leslie, we have the L.W.A. book club coming up. It's Anna's gonna know. She'll type in the chat when it is. It's April something. But Anna from the Well-Appointed Desk is joining us, and we're gonna be reading 87 Charting Cross. I'm gonna not pronounce any of that right. But I will get the link for the Goodreads page on that. So we started a L.W.A. book club group on Goodreads. But it's gonna be the same setup like this, where we're gonna have the page and the live video. There won't be a chat function, just so that Anna and Donovan and I can focus on the book and talk about that. But Anna's gonna join us from Kansas City. So both of us will be talking on the video about what we thought about the book. And then if you wanted to put in any of your comments, you can write in the forum that is on Goodreads, and we'll be addressing any questions that anyone mentions on the forum before it starts. So then we can just talk about that way, and anything that anyone says on Twitter. So that's something new that we're doing. Yeah, I'll see if when Donovan gets back, I'll look for the link so I can put it in the chat window. That one, and then I don't know if there's, Donovan's going to be teaching a class soon about making envelopes, but we haven't settled on a date for that, and we haven't figured out yet if it's going to be an online class or an in-person class. That's something else. Are there any other events that we're doing besides the envelope class and the book club? We haven't talked about any others.
We have a meeting about meetings next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend we're going to be talking about all the events. We're trying to plan them out 3 months ahead. So yeah. Thank you, Anna, for linking that. I appreciate it. And Sarah too. Thank you.
Meeting about meetings.
I haven't read it yet. Anna and Donovan have read it already. Are you gonna be for the book club? Are you gonna be rereading?
I haven't read it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, just
over there still. You should take it with me.
Yeah. You want to show?
Yeah. This is the book.
Did I get the name right? Oh, 84. Sorry. Yeah.
This is the book. It's very small.
Yeah, it is very small. But you know what's funny though? My library copy is like twice that size.
Well, I hope I have all the book.
No, I'm sure you do. Maybe it's just the thickness of the paper.
Mm.
So.
Anyway.
But yeah, anyone who has not read it, or even anyone who has read it, can join us in discussing this thin little book. So you could get it done pretty quickly. Yeah, and you have until like the beginning of April to do so. So, oh wait, hold on. I have a calendar right here. No, that's not the right month. I don't think I wrote it down, actually. Dang it.
What are you looking up?
Whatever date the thing is, the book club.
People online are going to find it before I can.
Yeah.
It's the 12th.
The 12th, April 12th. So you have until then to read about 100 pages. Yeah. And I've heard very good things about it. We haven't planned what the next book is going to be, but the book club's going to run seasonally, so it's only going to be 4 books a year. So if you're not an avid reader or you don't really have time to read that much, hopefully 4 books a year can go with your pace. The only reason we're doing it at spread apart is because the other L.W.A events, and then Donovan and I are also part of another book club, so it's a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the restroom. What are you making?
I'm not. I'm cleaning it.
Ah.
I am Kathy now. I can look at the thing. Okay. All right. When I break everything, everybody just claim I didn't touch anything. Oh, you guys caught me eating my chocolate bar. Yeah, I like these. So the chocolate is good, because it's chocolate. But these particular chocolate bars, these Choco Love bars, they have like a faux stamp on them, and I'm a sucker. So that's what I buy at the store. Okay. I have, of course, I have tons upon tons upon tons of stationery. And it never fails that, like, I will want a very particular type of stationery to write someone, and it will be in place A, and I am in place B, because I just can't take all the stationery with me all the time. So that's when we make do. I didn't touch nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What did she do, guys?
Don't tell her.
Postme's, all the books that are going to be in the club are not going to, it's not necessarily only letter writing. Like if there's a book about handwriting or fountain pens, then we're also going to try that. So it won't be just how do you pronounce that?
Epistolary.
Epistolary. It won't just be letters. So if you're not a fan of epistolary type of fiction or nonfiction, whatever, stories, that kind of layout, then don't worry about it. There's going to be other ones that are going to be, you know, about the stuff around letter writing. So,
yeah. We are nothing if not loose interpreters.
Mrs. Maven says, Donovan, I hear you on stationery dislocation. That's why I write most of my letters at home. I don't want to be too far from my hoard.
Yeah. Although, I will say, it can help me use my stationery because maybe there's something that's been sort of buried at the bottom of the box, and if I take it with me, then that's my choice. That's what I have to use. So.
Mrs. Maven, I don't know if all the books are going to be nonfiction. Actually, no. You know what? I already know they're not going to because
This isn't nonfiction.
Yeah, it's a real story.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I know I was interested. I'm going to see if Donovan's
I thought it
interested
was
in
fiction.
No. Where'd You Go, Bernadette? I'm pretty sure that's fiction. And that has letter writing in it. So I think that I might try to have that as our summer one because I heard it's a good summer book and I haven't read it yet. So no, not everything's going to be nonfiction. Is it raining? No. I heard something else though. Post Muse and Mrs. Maven, what is the great novel that was written with the writing theme running through it? Because then we could put that on the book club. Ronald, we were happy to take recommendations. In fact, I should probably start a thread on the Goodreads forum that's just for recommendations because it's difficult to try to find books that are not I'm never gonna say
Epistolary.
Epistolary that but are about mail and letter writing. I don't know. It's just I try to look and it was hard. So if anyone wants to recommend anything, please do. Oh yeah, the Guernsey Literary Potato Peel Society. That's one that is on our radar that we want to do eventually.
I've read that.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to find stuff that neither Donovan and I have read, but I think it might be difficult. I
mean, I'd read it again.
I'm writing down the.
There was that one. There's also The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie.
Yeah.
Which is a murder mystery, but has like stamp collecting.
Oh, cool.
which I liked better than Guernsey Potato Pie Society. But I also like murder more than I like romance.
Oh, I love murders. I mean, I don't mean it that way. I love murder mystery stories. Ooh, The Secret Rooms about archives and
Sounds
love letters. That one sounds good. I'm writing these all down because I'm not entirely sure if the chat will save all this after we're done. So if there's anything you guys wanted to keep in links, I would do that now, because since it's the first time we're using this chat, I don't know if it's going to archive this chat. So I'm sorry for not knowing that beforehand.
Kathy's fired.
I'm fired. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, is that I know a lot of people have probably read like the Guernsey one. So yeah, that's another balance, is like trying to find books that the majority of our members haven't read, that Donovan and I haven't read. It's a little bit difficult. But we're up for the challenge because we both like books and letters, and you guys. So, Yeah, Donovan just said The Sweetness of the Bottom of the Pie, which I haven't read. You said you read that? Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we're getting down to the last 10 minutes, like for real this time.
It's not your warning.
It's not the fake one. It's the
real.
real one. So, and I'm sorry I got the time wrong. So if you have any questions or anything you want us to show you, get that in the next 10 minutes. Because Donovan has to go home and get super fancy. All right, so I've written nothing. I've written 0 letters, but I have addressed several postcards, of which I will then write to these people saying a quick hello, because I've been kind of bad with letters. Well, I'd actually finished all of my respond to letters in the first L.W.A social that we had at Uncle Art. So I'm just sending out little love notes to people right now.
I wrote a birthday card to my father. But to be fair, I basically wrote this yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
This is not my letter. That's Mary's letter to me. I wrote 1. I wrote a postcard, 2, 3, and I'm working on 4. And I only have 2 letters left to return. 2 letters. Holy crap. And I checked the post box on Friday. So this is like seriously just like up to date for me. I am month of letters and International Correspondence Letter Writing Month have really motivated me to get on my letter writing, and it's pretty great. I'm excited to respond to letters that have dates that aren't over 3 months away. It feels kind of weird. It feels like I've actually probably lost a giant stack somewhere.
I've had that feeling before.
Yeah.
I never found the stack, so I'm hoping it doesn't exist. Olivia, thank you so much for having us at Uncle Art. It was super fun. It was a great way to kick off the year, so thank you so much. And I'm actually doing a blog post with some of the addresses that you had posted on your ideas boards. It's going to be closer to the end of the month, so that if anyone is running out of people to write to at the end of month of letters, there's going to be some addresses that are going to come up, so that have suggestions of where to write to. Where's the... I need to show that. No. So we got this really cool card from Ashley that, look at that. Tell me that's not the coolest thing ever. Hold on, let me see. Focus. Anyway, it's from Driscoll Design Aquarelle, if you guys wanted it. But I absolutely adore this pigeon. Bomber pigeon. So 2 more minutes, folks. If there's anything else you want us to squeeze in, questions, demonstrations, dance party.
2-minute dance party! 2-minute dance party!
Sorry. No, you can do your dance. Do it.
No, I did
No.
it already. It's
Okay.
done.
All right.
That's not
Cool.
the dance.
Yeah. No. Everyone enjoyed your dance party.
Not as much as me.
Not as much as you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Samuel, I normally can't concentrate enough for long letters at socials either. When Dom and I host socials, we tend to just talk about letters and fountain pens and stickers and stamps.
It's good for postcards. It's good
Yeah.
for, I mean, I'm sure if I watch back, you'll notice there are long periods where I don't really say much and I just sort of sit down and write, because I actually did write some letters.
Mhm.
You sort of, if you can zone it out,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Like, I mean, I listen to old time radio and stuff to zone it out. So we're probably good to zone out too.
I actually, the last social that we did,
Yeah. You rewatched it?
I didn't watch it necessarily, but I like put it on in the background while I was writing because
Yeah.
I like noise when I do things.
Yeah.
And I can't listen to a book when I write letters because then
You want to concentrate.
I zone
Yeah.
out the book, but I like there's a site online that just like produces coffee shop sounds
Oh yeah.
for you to work to.
Oh, that's funny.
So I do that sometimes. I listen to the police scanner.
Oh yeah, the police scanner is great. Except for that, sometimes there's some crazy stuff that happens.
That's the best time.
I know, but in terms of like, you have to just stop doing whatever you're doing and be like, what is going on? So thank you so much for
Thank you.
welcoming us into your home or coffee shop or wherever you are. If it's not midnight yet where you are, the letter social is still going on.
Yep.
So go ahead and tag any of your social media stuff with L.W.A. social. I haven't done it today because I've been taking pictures, but I've been bad at actually posting today. So I'm sorry, but I have been looking at all your guys' stuff. Yes. So we don't know when the next virtual social is going to be.
A meeting about meetings.
Yeah, we're going to have a meeting about meetings where we're going to talk about that. Probably not any sooner than 2 months.
Yeah.
Just so that it's
Keeps it special.
yeah, it keeps it special. So yeah. Thank you so much, guys, and we're gonna sign off now. I hope you have an awesome rest of your Sunday or Monday if you're on the other side of the globe. So yeah, and keep writing letters, and we'll see you online and what who's. So